Stassi Schroeder and Kristen Doute have been fired from Vanderpump Rules after racist allegations. What's up, guys? Welcome to another Shared News from Home. I'm Alex Schiffman. Okay, so Vanderpump Rules Season 9 may look very different to fans, as Bravo just announced that Stassi Schroeder, Kristen Doute, Max Boyens, and Brett Caprioni have been fired from the hit series after racist allegations. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you don't miss out on any updates. Okay, so Stassi Schroeder and Kristen Doute, who have been on the show since the very beginning, were recently called out by fans for a 2018 incident involving former castmate Faith Stowers. Now, Faith opened up on Instagram Live with her fellow MTV castmate Candice Renee Rice about her experience with Stassi and Kristen, recalling how they had called the police on her. She said, quote, "There was this article where there was an African-American lady. It was like a weird photo, so she looked very, very light-skinned and had these different, like, weird tattoos or whatever, and they showcased her. And I guess this woman was, like, robbing people."
They called the cops and said it was me. Yes. And this is like a true story. I heard this from actually Stassi doing an interview. She's telling them what they did to me. So they called the cops on me. The police say, "Oh, that sounds crazy. We're not coming. That's not Faith. We looked it up. That's not her. It was somebody else."
Around the same time, Kristen had tweeted a link to a report about the unidentified woman saying, quote, "Hey, tweeties, doesn't this #pump rules thief look familiar? Someone put her on MTV and gave her a platform for press. I didn't want to go there, but I'm going there." Kristen's tweet has since been deleted.
But it was just funny because they thought it was me because it was a black woman with a weave. So they just assumed it would be me. And they called the cops on me, and it didn't work, so they were upset about that.
After this story spread the headlines, Stassi's podcast has been removed from all platforms. She's lost endorsements and was dropped by her agency and publicist. Her Witches of WeHo wine brand, which she co-created with Kristin and fellow co-star Katie Maloney, has also been taken off the shelves. Now, Kristen and Stassi have both issued statements. Kristen said, quote, "I've been taking some time to really process what I've been seeing, feeling, and learning, and I need to address something specifically that happened a few years ago with my former castmate Faith Stowers. Although my actions were not racially driven, I am now completely aware of how my privilege blinded me from the reality of law enforcement's treatment of the Black community, and how dangerous my actions would have been to her. I'm ashamed, embarrassed, and incredibly sorry. I will do better. I have to do better." Stassi's statement said, quote, "Racially insensitive comments from my past have resurfaced. It is important that I continue to take accountability for what I have said and done while pushing myself to do better. I have grown significantly from the person I was then, and I am still filled with remorse and regret for the hurt I caused. I am grateful for the people in my life that continue to check me and push me to evolve into a more educated person. I also want to address my former castmate, Faith Stowers. My emotions over something that happened between our friends outweighed my logic, and there is no excuse for that. I did not recognize the serious ramifications that could have transpired because of my actions. What I did to Faith was wrong. I apologize, and I do not expect forgiveness. I am also sorry to anyone else that feels disappointed in me. I'm going to continue to look closer at myself and my actions, to take the time to listen, to learn, and to take accountability for my own privilege." Now, new Vanderpump Rules cast members Max Boyens and Brett Caprioni will also not be returning to the show. In January, racist tweets from both men resurfaced. They were not fired from the show when the past tweets initially resurfaced, but both were asked to address the issue on the reunion episode, which aired last week. Andy Cohen, the host of Bravo's Watch What Happens Live and host of Vanderpump Rules reunion shows, made a statement saying, quote, "I absolutely support Bravo's decision. I think it was the right decision." He then made as clear as possible that he has nothing to do with the show creatively, saying, quote, "I feel like I remind people of this all the time. I'm not in charge of programming at Bravo anymore. I'm not an executive producer of Vanderpump Rules. I don't have anything to do with the show except I love it and that I host the reunions. I don't produce the shows, so what I want people to know is I have no say in hiring and firing people." Lisa Vanderpump, whose restaurants are at the center of Vanderpump Rules, and who is really the reason the show exists, made a statement on social media saying, quote, "Over the past 2 weeks, many things have been brought to my attention of which I and many others were previously unaware. It was necessary for me to be quiet until now, until decisions have been made. Now I can freely speak from the heart. I love and adore our employees, and I am deeply saddened by some of the lack of judgment that has been displayed. She went on to say that she condemns, quote, all forms of cruelty, racism, homophobia, bigotry, and unequal treatment, and that those things are not tolerated in her workplaces, which are very diverse. On that note, that's all I have to share with you guys today. So what are your thoughts on this latest development? Do you feel Bravo did the right thing? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and click right here to watch another new video. And of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm your host, Alex Schiffman, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.